season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, home to the Wisconsin Badgers, as we'll see the national champions from last year, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Wisconsin Badgers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Wolverines will kick it off to get us underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Wisconsin's offense will get first crack at it today. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster, man. I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you're going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, pick everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Pine. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Wolverines offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy. game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a... week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that.
Breaks into the open. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins. Big physical runners that also had sprinter speed and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so dangerous.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch.
Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle it.
Pushes the pile for a couple of yards down at the 12. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He'll try it again.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To the air. It's Pine. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Badgers will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. At midfield, trying to turn it upfield. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. So here comes the Michigan offense. Going right to work up top. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll run it from the gun. Spins away from the defense.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about the... defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle.
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but...
Oh, he's got some space. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And that's one the offense just needs to be able to hit, right? That's a completion they should be able to hit in their sleep. Receivers got to do a better job.
From the gun, the ground game. Fights off a defender. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it wasn't lack of effort by the running back. He was trying. You could tell he fought one guy off, but another guy in his face right away, just trying to do something. The offensive line needs to do a better job keeping some guys off this guy. Come on, man. Take care of your running back.
That pass now trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. He slides that just inside the right upright. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Get it out on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
They've got the screen set up. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Fight that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch. Make the run. Get the first down.
Tight end finds a soft spot. There he goes. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. And the Badgers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the air, it's Pine. Under fire. Bought a little time, lets it go. Wide open downfield. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Badgers! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. They'll try to tack one more on their score. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. A strike downfield. Turning it on. Touchdown, Wolverines. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Finds his man on the left. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
Running back searching for a hole. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Badgers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Trying play action. He's got the tight end. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on 3rd and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands. First down.
Off play action on 1st down. Pressure coming. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
How about the aggressive play calling? Love aggressiveness, bringing the free safety down, blitzing him. You could tell completely disrupted the offense. They didn't know how to handle it. Free safety chases the QB, gets him on the ground.
He gets it up to the 37-yard line, and let's see if they're willing to gamble on 4th down. And the Badgers line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Takes it on the return. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. And fires complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, if you're going to get first downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
Got it in the middle. It's Haynes. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Looking to throw on 1st down. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Here's the handoff. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. 3rd down coming. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short.
Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. And the Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Breaks into the open. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season. And, man, you know he's looking for more.
Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Michigan! An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. Running out of time here in the 1st half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
The Badgers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll give it to the back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Looking to pass. It's Pine. Good timing on the quick out. Crosses the 45, out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a solid play there. And the Badgers can really attack on this second and short. Back to pass. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll send the back in motion. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. The screen, he can go. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. The Badgers send out the punt unit. Probably hope for a little bit more on that one. It'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A little over half a minute to play before halftime as they take over first and 10. They'll move the tight end. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Under fire. Pulls it in down the sideline. He was off to the races, and maybe another step or two and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Looking downfield on first down. Throwing right. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
And you can tell the QB found a matchup he liked, and that was a tight end running that 7 route or that corner route, trying to make a play, trying to give him the football, but really, really nice coverage on the back end. Not letting that big fella get his body on him and post him up. Doing a good job getting his hand on the football and swatting it to the ground.
You got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You got a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
And this one is perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in Madison, and welcome in to the halftime update.
He'll bring it back from inside his spot. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll open this third quarter with a run. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll try the run. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. The Wolverines with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They'll run it from the gun. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game...
And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Wolverines. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
Michigan 26, Wisconsin 7.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. On the move, fighting off the defender. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Gives it on the option. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Looking to throw, it's high. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And the Badgers will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He's got it. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Can they catch him? They will get him. It's a touchdown. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And, Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Finds his tight end. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. The Badgers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Finds his big tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback, who makes a sure tackle. Now facing a 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Pine. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. And the Badgers are moving quickly down the field. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Oh, he got loose. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
And on offense, you know this is 4-down territory. You have to come away with a touchdown. You're getting boat raced in this game right now, and you're going to have to make this possession count.
Yeah, definitely because of the slow start, now putting yourself behind the 8 ball. I think this offense...
Sneak gets it done.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And he puts through the extra point. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. And they finish the deal with the quarterback sneak.
32, Wisconsin 14.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. through the defense. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You know, the one thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The first guy might miss, the second guy might miss, but there's going to be more and more hats flying to the ball carrier. You saw it on that play, getting a tackle for loss.
Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you could turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Quick strike complete. Oh, he's got some space. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Wants to throw on first down. Holds it in. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. To the ground with the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching. Keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
And the Wolverines are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Grab near the marker. It's Haynes. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Now from inside the red zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Leaves it with the back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
He'll do it himself. Touchdown, Michigan! And the punishment has been extended. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
On the move from inside his 5. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And they get him again. This is a offense that you expect them to protect their guy. I mean, he is a dude that you know if you give him time, he's going to make plays. But this defense is making sure.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. The Badgers will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get it. That one. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now there he goes. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds. And the Wolverines, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Open space at the 25. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
46, Wisconsin, 14.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to pass, it's Pine. Here comes the heat. Chunked it away just as he was hit. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number one for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch.
Lofts one high and deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Badgers will punt this one away. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. So here comes the Michigan offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop it.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Now, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an
Turning it on!
Yeah, and they've had a day. And it's the complete and total offense. They got the ground going, and obviously this is why you see him. You're going to feature him because he can churn those legs, get those extra yards, but they've had balance.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run the counter. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.